What's good? It's your boy NLG and welcome back to the channel. The 2024-2025 season has come to an end. And to be fair, I'm happy with that. We ended it with a Women's Champions League final win. The women's team are champions of Europe. And we ended it with this guy getting his final goal at Arsenal, as he'll most likely be heading back to Celtic, or at least his contract is running out this summer. I mean, what do we? Let's talk about the game. What do we even say? I mean, Southampton parked the bus. Remember how they got onto, was it Liverpool, about parking the bus? Look, Southampton parked the bus. Ramsdale had some great saves in the first half, keeping us out. We had a couple of big chances in that first half. Martinelli, towards the end of the first half, great ball by TIERNEY over the top. Martinelli takes a great touch. You would have thought you would have gotten a bit closer to Ramsdale, but basically puts it right into Ramsdale's path. Good save by Ramsdale. We had some other opportunities in the game as well, but mostly we were just trying to beat their low block, to be completely honest with you. Marino had a chance where he headed against a crossbar. Great crossing by Martinelli on the left side as well. The deliveries were great today. I think it just exacerbated the issue we've had all season with this team, where we like to play out wide instead of through the middle. And of course, in a game like this, Southampton packed out the middle. So fair enough if you want to shake it up. But TIERNEY was putting in fantastic crosses. The thing we've been saying TIERNEY is fantastic at since we bought him, and we've let him run down his contract. I would have kept him for an extra year. Let me know what you would have done with TIERNEY. Personally, I think Arteta has wasted his talents there. Had we signed a decent striker, since Jesus, we could have used TIERNEY to give us more variety or more dynamism going forward. But anyway, Marino had his chance, Martinelli had his chance, but the key moment came down to our boy Kieran Tierney, the man with a Tesco bag, Kieran Tierney, right, from Scotland. He gave the moment that matters. Ben White off on the flanks on the right side, crossing the ball in, and Tierney with a striker's finish. And honestly, he had a great game. I think as of the end of the first half, he had 98% pass accuracy, 1 goal, 3 clearances. So listen, the boy did his thing, and I'm so happy that he got that send off. The fans were, singing his chant, and yeah, I love this image. If there's anything that just sums up the love for Kieran Tierney at this club, it's this image right here. And I was saying yesterday, if anybody did watch the women's finals, he just so reminds me of Katie McCabe for the women's team as well. He's just got that raw, great deliveries, solid left back, just gets on the pitch, does his job, has so much passion for the game, and I'm so happy for him. Going into the second half, of course, as usual, we're one of the worst teams in the Premier League from set pieces, and we conceded 56 minutes into Ross Stewart. Cross comes into the box. I believe it's Kivior and Marino on Stewart, not marking properly. Stewart heads it in. Raya nowhere to be seen. And then the rest of the second half was just boring. We saw Saka come on, Sterling come off, thank God. Obviously, Arteta gave minutes to players who are leaving the club. Zinchenko, who I think played decently as well. Sterling, again, what was the point in playing him today? Saka came on, Odegaard came on, Trossard came on, Waneri came on. No, Waneri started, sorry. And we got a couple of shots from Waneri coming in from the right. But the key moment came down to our captain, Odegaard. Rice started the game as captain, but it was the man who's held the captain's armband for us the last couple of seasons who ended up getting the goal. No pillow for Odegaard today. No pillow for Odegaard today. He took the ball, rounded the Southampton player. He had just come off the bench from the middle of just outside the box, strikes it. Solid strike, clean strike. Bottom corner, Ramsdale struggled to get to it. Bottom left corner, bottom right corner from his perspective. And yeah, 89th minute, we got the 2-1 to win the game. Now, Yeah, to be honest with you, like I'm happy the season is over. I think it's been a lot for Arsenal this season. We've had a lot of lows, we've had some highs and one-off matches, but the ultimate thing is we didn't leave with any trophies. The good news of this week, we've got two things to celebrate. This guy getting the golden glove for the second year back to back. And again, somehow we don't have something bigger than that to show for it. But I mean, just goes to show you. Ramsdale, who was in the opposite goal, obviously our former keeper, he was a top goalkeeper still. I still rate Ramsdale highly. But you can say Arteta made a good decision with Raya. Back-to-back golden gloves. I mean, it speaks for itself. This season, obviously he shares it this season as well. But regardless, the fact he's managed to keep that many clean sheets, even though defensively we've been shaky and haven't had much stability there, has been a massive feat. So well done to David Raya. And then the other big news of the week is obviously Arsenal Women's Champions League win yesterday, and our Renee bringing the trophy home for the Gunners. And I mean, look, if there's anything this week has taught me, and I'll do a video on this, like on what Arteta can learn from Renee and the girls, because yesterday was an example of Arsenal women coming up against a team that are serial winners in the Champions League. Yes, we were the only English club to have won a Champions League before that. Now 2 times Champions League winners for an English team. But you could tell Renee had a game plan and she stuck to it. We had to suffer in the 45, 50, 60 minutes, and we had chances to break the game. But much like the men's team, we were a bit of a blunt-edged sword at times. But it was the subs off the bench, the timing of the subs, the tactics of where she placed those subs on the pitch, having Blackstenius go up front, Russo dropping, and Beth Mead coming off the right to cause problems. It was just an absolute masterclass. So shout out to the women. The parade will be tomorrow. Let me know if any of you lot will be there. But massive congrats to the women for securing the Champions League medals and trophy. Just fantastic achievement. So big up to them. But yeah, people. Are you happy? Are you happy the season's over? I feel like these players need a rest. They just need an absolute rest. They need to chill. Key things, Tierney's out. And then the other thing was a Premier League top 4/Champions League spots. Man City have qualified. Let's have a look at the Champions League table quickly before we sign out. Obviously, Arsenal secured second place pretty much in our last match. Doubly confirmed now. Second place, 74 points, 10 points behind Liverpool. And look, anyway, let me not even get into it. Man City, 71 points, only 3 points behind us. Chelsea, 69. Newcastle, 66. Aston Villa, 66. So super tight between Newcastle and Villa. But yeah, those are the proceedings for now. Obviously, Man United beating Villa. I think it was 2-0. Again, United, when you need them to do something and knock Newcastle out, you can't even do that. But nah, that's the thing. Arsenal shouldn't be relying on any teams to knock anybody out. We should just be doing our thing. But yeah, people. Anyway, that's it. 2024-25 wrapping up. I'll do a video on what Arteta can learn from Renee Slagers and also the women's team. But it's been a season. Kieran Tierney, the man with the Tesco bag. Aye. Listen, what a lad. Shout out to Kieran Tierney. I will miss this guy so much. I feel like even though he's Celtic, Scottish through and through, he's also got Arsenal in his blood and his veins. And I wish him all the best. And Zinchenko as well, I wish all the best too. And Sterling, get him a line back to Chelsea. People, catch you in a bit. It's your boy NOG.